Welcome to No Worries Finance. This is JD, and we're here to talk about debt and money issues in the hopes that one day you can be debt-free and financially flexible, because life is a lot more chill when you have no worries in your financial life. If you're interested in seeing more videos just like this one, then hit that subscribe button below and we can take this journey together. Today's video is on whether you should start investing or pay off debt first. There are definite pros and cons to both, so we'll dig into this controversial debate. When people argue that you should start investing immediately, they usually bring up interest rates and compound interest. Over the long term, the stock market has shown to have a return of around 10% per year. If you leave your money in the stock market, that 10% compounds each year and can grow very quickly over the long term. $100 becomes $110. Which becomes $121, which becomes $133.10. Your money grows faster and faster. Compound interest is such a powerful effect that investors that start sooner can often vastly outgain investors that start later, even if they're investing a smaller amount per month. Starting to invest sooner is better than later. That's undeniable. But you can't view it in a vacuum. Debt can complicate things. For example, certain types of debt, especially credit cards, can have high interest rates. If your debt has an interest rate over 10%, then you're hurting yourself by investing in the stock market. While the stock market is giving you a 10% return on your money, your credit card is charging you 17% on your debt. You're losing more than you're gaining. So that becomes a clear priority. If you have any debts over 10%, you should not be investing in anything, stock market or otherwise. Your number one focus should be on clearing out that high interest debt immediately. Once that bad debt is gone, though, the argument for investing becomes stronger. If all of your debt has interest rates under 10%, then you might be better off investing in the stock market than rushing to pay off your debt. There are a lot of financial experts that follow this logic because in the long term, the compound interest on your money can make a huge difference, and it's worth it to invest right away. There's another side to the debate, though. Some financial experts argue that you should not invest at all until you're entirely out of debt, or at the very least, until you've paid off all of your debt except for your mortgage. This exception is sometimes made because mortgages often have very low interest rates. The reason these experts argue that all of your debt should be paid off before you begin investing is because of risk. The previous argument about compound interest assumes that everything goes well, and as you may know, life often does not go according to plan. The long-term 10% return of the stock market is not guaranteed. Your debt is guaranteed. If your debt has an interest rate of 5% or 8%, that will not change. It is steady year after year, and your debt balance only goes away if you pay it off. On the other hand, the stock market, as with other investments, is always a risk. The stock market could go up or down. There have been stretches of 3 years where the stock market lost money every year. There's also occasionally crashes. In 2008, the stock market dropped over 30%. In the short term, paying off your debt makes a lot more sense because no one can predict the stock market, and your debt is a sure thing. In the long term, it may seem like investing is smarter, but even that long-term 10% gain is not guaranteed to continue forever. That's just what we've seen so far. An additional benefit to paying off your debt is the added cash flow. Debt payments are a drain on your income, money that you worked for that immediately goes out the door to the lender. By paying off debt, you free up your income for you, for investing in the future or whatever else you choose. Life is unpredictable, and having that extra cushion is life-changing. Just because financial stress is the norm for so many people does not mean it needs to be the norm for you. Get out of debt first, and then invest like a madman.